Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel BBTechHub. Today I'm here to say something about that your firewall. So I'm not going in detail, just giving a brief description that is what is firewall. So we should have a brief idea about this device. Okay. So what is firewall? So I think you can understand the name only suggesting what it is. Okay. So it is a wall, but what type of wall? It is a firewall. So of course we cannot cross the fire like that. Firewall actually is a security system. Is it clear? We consider it is a security system which prevents the network from the unauthorized access. What do you mean by unauthorized? Firewall is not saying the data is intended for whom cannot access. Firewall is saying unauthorized people, please don't use my data. Is it clear? So in a network, when the data is accessed by the user, it is very much necessary to verify the authentication of the user, whether the authorized users are accessing the data or unauthorized users are accessing the data. So that's why this device firewall is deployed in the network so that this device can identify who are the authorized users data and what are the unauthorized users data. Is it clear? Now here is the question how. In a firewall, actually some rules are pre-configured. Is it clear? These rules are pre-configured by the admin, and whenever a traffic hits the firewall, whether it is the incoming traffic or it is an outgoing traffic, so firewall just check the traffic based on the predefined rules. And as per the rules, it deny or allow the traffic. Am I clear? So that's why we used to say firewall is a security system which protects the network from unauthorized access, and it filters the traffic. What type of traffic? The traffic which are coming inside the network or the traffic which wants to go out of the network. Both the traffic can be filtered by the firewall. Okay. And always remember, this firewall is always placed in between the trusted and untrusted network. What is trusted network? That is organizational network. What is untrusted network? That is the public network. That is my internet. Okay. So it is a security system. Why we call it as a security system? That is also a very good thing. Actually, we get the firewall either as a hardware firewall. You can get this firewall, or you can see there are several firewall manufacturers in the market. There is some firewalls, what software firewalls. That means like a Windows server can be configured as a firewall, and that type of firewall we call as a software firewall. That means that is a PC, a server, but we will configure it to work as the firewall. So this type of firewall we call as the software firewall. And the foremost thing, whenever we are using any operating system, you can see there is a feature has been given inbuilt, that is firewall. Okay. And that is nothing but the OS level firewall features which protects the system at the basic level. Is it clear? So that means we can get the hardware firewall, we can get the software firewall, or we can use that is the feature given in the Windows operating system. Okay. So here is the question, what is the features of the firewall? So of course it prevents unauthorized access. That means allow trusted traffic that I told. It monitors the packet, is it? And after that, once first it searches the packet. Okay. Second, it will check what action has been taken against that packet, whether it is allow action or what is a deny action. All these are predefined. Is it clear? So as per the predefined rule, firewall takes the decision. Next is threat prevention. That means what? The firewall identifies if any type of suspicious activity is going on or not, and then it will block the attacks before crossing the network boundary. Am I clear? Third, it is web filtering, or we call it as a content filtering. That also a firewall can do. and it blocks malicious traffic. Don't allow any virus and phishing. So can you understand? If any type of viruses and phishing try to hit the network, so firewall just block it. Next, resolve insider risk, detects if there is any suspicious application is there. So that also can be detected by firewall. So you can understand without the firewall, we cannot think our network. So that's why this is a very important topic. Okay. Now we'll go for like just like the generation of firewalls. It's just we can see how the firewall is crossing several generations. Of course, you know, one after another generation the modification should be over there. So like that, when this is the first generation, that is 1980, and at that time all at the we used to call it as a packet filtering firewall. Fine. In the early 20s, that is, always remember that considered as a second generation of firewall, and that type of all at the stateful firewalls. Third generation, that is the late 2000, and at that time called as those are the proxy firewalls. So you can see how the evolving taking place. Next is in the 2010 onwards, whatever the firewalls, we call it as a fourth generation firewalls. That means, and nothing but you can heard this word, next generation firewall. It has several features. Deep packet filtering, several thing is there. Okay, so of course you can understand we are in this fourth generation. Next is the type of firewalls. Firewalls are categorized in different ways, so I am not going in depth about that categories. So just a brief, you should have an idea. You can get the network firewall, host-based firewall, hardware firewall, I told you software firewall, internal firewall, distributed firewall, perimeter firewall, next generation firewall, packet filtering, then circuit level gateway, and then web application firewall. So all these firewall also further categories in different ways. Okay. Now the last question, is there any benefit? So I think till now you understood what are the benefits of using a firewall. Yes, it monitors network traffic very easily. It can track, is there any malicious attack is going to be happen? Is there any virus is there? If it find it out, then it stops the virus attack. It prevents the cyber attack also. Yes, it prevents from spyware and maintain privacy. Privacy means outside world cannot predict what is going on inside the network. Okay, so this is the basic thing just I have discussed with you about this firewall. And here, whatever I told you about the firewall, that is a general concept a human being should have. Okay. So when we people go for further firewall, so we get the more knowledge about the firewalls.